Hello, everybody. Have you missed me? How are you? I feel great. I got fully vaccinated last weekend, and it means I can travel again and travel safely with an easy mind. I'm sorry if you can hear weird noises, but my dog is sleeping next to me and he's snoring because he's a bit old and he snores like an old guy. So I'm sorry. Where were I? Okay, traveling. We are also closer and closer to the holiday season. At the end of the month, kids here in Poland start their summer holidays. That's why, as the summer is coming and possibilities to travel arise, and the weather is getting better and more summer-like, I've thought that today I will talk to you about vocabulary connected to holidays, free time, travel. Today's vocabulary won't be very complicated, so I invite especially listeners with less advanced English to listen to this episode. But hopefully more advanced students find it useful too. And as it's my podcast and I want to make vocabulary lesson, not a lesson really, I will talk about my recent trip. So here we go. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about types of nice holidays. Why nice? Because I'm not talking about 3 days that you have from work because you are sick. I want to stay in the summer holiday spirit, so let's talk about types of holidays that are nice and positive. First of all, we have a day off or personal time, okay? Then we have a bank holiday. It can be a national or religious or any other kind of bank holiday. Then we have a long weekend and vacation days, okay? So I was on a short holiday last week. It was a long weekend here in Poland because it was a bank holiday on Thursday and it was Corpus Christi, and many people took a day off on Friday after that holiday. So it gave us 2 free working days, which were followed by a weekend, which gave us a long weekend. So if you have a bank holiday connected with a normal weekend, then you have a long weekend. We don't call it a bridge in English. I know that Spanish or French people do, but it's a wrong translation. It's not puente in English. It's a long weekend actually. Okay, so if there is a bank holiday, it means that you have a free day from school or work because it's an important for your country or culture or religion day, and it's free for everyone. Of course, theoretically, because in reality, there are people who must go to work, unfortunately. But if you take a day off, then it's only you who has this day free because it's your 1 day holiday. Maybe you have to go to the doctors, or you want to visit a spa and relax, or you just want to chill at home, So it's a day off, a personal time off that you take from work and you do anything you want. So as I mentioned, because it's my podcast and I have a need of talking about myself from time to time, I've been on short holidays. Where did I go? Well, there are a few possibilities, right? So let's make a quiz. Here they are, and you have to think, maybe you will guess. So I went to the seaside, or I went to the mountains, or I went abroad, or I went to the lake, or maybe I was on a city break. What is a city break? It's a weekend or a long weekend where you travel to a big city and you spend time there among big buildings, big restaurants, noisy people, a crowd, and so on and so on. So it's not like you go to the mountains to be chilled without your phone and so on and so on. You just go to another city and you have a party there, or you just enjoy being in a big, crowded, noisy city. So a second for you to guess where I was. Well, the correct answer is I went to the seaside. I went to the seaside, so I was at the seaside. Unfortunately, I haven't been in the mountains or at the lake for quite a long time. If it goes about traveling somewhere far, far away, then I hope I will travel abroad soon, as I'm vaccinated and ready to go. You might be thinking, Marta, where did you stay? What type of a hotel or any other accommodation did you stay at? Well, here are also a few possibilities to choose. So let me list the most popular ones. You might stay at a hotel or a cheaper version, hostel. If you are young and free and don't need too many facilities, then you might sleep at the campsite, in a tent or in a camper van. Maybe you prefer a bit cheaper solution than a hotel and you rent a room in somebody's house or the entire flat for yourself only, like, Airbnb. By the way, if you rent a small flat with a kitchen or possibility to use kitchen whenever you like, it's called a self-catering accommodation. Of course, there are more options or rather varieties of accommodations that I've mentioned, but let's not get into details today because I won't finish this episode today. It's a long list, okay? But what I've mentioned should be enough. Those are main types of accommodations. So as me and my boyfriend, we travel with a baby, we decided on staying at the studio. It's a small flat with a bedroom, a bathroom and a kitchen, so I could prepare meals for my daughter. And it was such a cool place because we had a beautiful view on the bay. And now let's move on my favorite topic, food during holidays. Almost nobody goes on holidays to chill and rest and cook, right? Well, I cooked a bit, but only for my child. But that doesn't count really. Neither I or my boyfriend cooked for each other or for ourselves, okay? So we preferred to eat out, especially after the lockdown. Finally, we had a possibility to eat in a restaurant or bar among other people. What an amazingly cool experience. Well, it was amazing when we finally got a table, because let me tell you, there were long queues to every restaurant, but it was worth waiting. For those of you who hate people and hate queues, you can always get a takeaway, okay? So you order food, you take it away, and you eat whenever you want and wherever you want. So especially Polish seaside offers mainly fish and chips. And that's fine because I like fish and I like chips. And I like fish soups and so on. So anyway, what I was eating for 4 days was fish mainly. Different kinds of fish. Like fried fish, smoked fish, fish and chips, fish and potatoes, fish soup, whatever. Okay, and most importantly, desserts at the Polish seaside contains of 2 options, which we of course ate every day. Ice cream, boring, but waffles. Oh my god, waffles with everything, with Nutella, with fruit, with cream, with marmalade, with anything on it. The more the better, the sweeter the better. So yeah, it was so good. Anyway, where can you eat fish and chips? Either in a restaurant or in a fish and chips shop. What is it? Well, it's a small bar that serves only fish and chips. Ta-da! So it's not actually a restaurant, it's just a place which smells bad because it fries French fries or chips and fish all day and all night, but it's dedicated only for this one particular meal. Okay, Poland also offers you milk bars. And it's not a bar with milk instead of alcoholic drinks. It's a bar which looks like it hasn't been renovated since the 1970s. And it's probably true. And it serves very Polish and very good and cheap food like pancakes, or rather crepes, or pierogi and other kinds of Polish dumplings. And there are also some soups and stuff. Apart from those places, we can find food trucks that are very popular nowadays. And you can find plenty of food trucks with sandwiches, with Italian cuisine, with Chinese or Asian in general cuisine, and so on and so on. And of course, ice cream and waffle booths. What is a booth? Well, it's a small kiosk or a small stand near a promenade or a street when many people walk by. Last but not least aspect of traveling, means of transport. So how do you get to your destination? We went to the seaside by a car because it's the fastest and most comfortable option. You can also choose going by train or a coach or a bus. If you have a lot of money, you can order a taxi and go by taxi, or by cab. In British English, it's a cab. Or if you don't have money, try hitchhiking. What is hitchhiking? So it's a situation when you and your backpack try to find a driver who stops and takes you somewhere you want for free. And you have to be lucky enough to find anyone who stops. And additionally, that it's a nice person, not a psychopath. So yeah. And if you are vaccinated and not afraid of heights and you want to travel abroad, especially abroad, you can travel by plane. And if you want to be close to the sea or ocean, you can buy tickets for ferry and swim away, like Titanic. Hopefully not. Titanic hasn't ended well, right? Okay, Marta, move on. And now, a tip from me to you. Many people wonder if they should say I'm on or in the bus, I'm in or on the plane, etc. So imagine that there is a very simple rule. You are on the plane, bus, train, and in the car or taxi. And why? When you use on, it means you can stand in this vehicle. And if you use in, you are not able to stand up. You can only sit, right? Easy? Get it? Good. So time for your homework. Let me know what your favorite means of transport is, where do you usually stay at, and which destination is your first choice for holidays. Share this episode with your friends who will travel soon and need to refresh their memory if it goes about basic vocabulary. And share this podcast with people who want to learn more English and they might like it. So thanks for today. Hear you soon. Bye bye.